Hello everyone, this is Rajeshwar Singh from Icon Technologies Private Limited. In this video, we are going to talk about over-the-air programming feature of SENSEnuts devices. Now, assume that one of our network is deployed at some remote location and we want to change the functionality or change the algorithm according to what the network is behaving. So it might be required to visit the remote location and then reprogram the devices according to the new algorithm. But it might not always be possible to visit the remote location and then connect the devices with the computer, reprogram them according to the new functionality. In such situations, if we can program the devices from the internet, that will be really handy. So in that case, if our network is connected to the internet, we can send the data or the program or the code according to which we want our network to behave from the internet, which will be received by our network, and the network will configure itself according to that algorithm. So let's see one of the examples as to how it can be implemented on SENSEnuts devices. Now I have two devices here. I have two nodes. Now this node is programmed in such a way that it is listening to the data or to the network. So it is ready to accept the data from the network. And this node is being programmed in such a way that once I turn on this device, after 10 seconds, it will start sending its own code, its own program, its own functionality into the network. Now this device will receive that data, will save it in its own memory, and then reset itself and start behaving according to that functionality. Now this device right now is turned on. I will turn on this device. So it was off previously, I have turned it on. Now it's listening to the network, it's ready to accept data from the network. So once I turn on this device, the LED on this device will start blinking after 10 seconds. So the transmission will begin after 10 seconds and the LED blinking will indicate that the transmission has begun. Once this device starts receiving the data, the LED on this device will start blinking. But it will blink really fast. It will blink, but for us it will be constantly on because it will be blinking really fast. So once it has been programmed with what is being sent by this device, the LED blinking will stop. It will then be kind of off for about 10 seconds and then it will start blinking again. Similarly, just like this device here, it was starting to behave like. Alright, so I'll just turn on this device. Now I will turn on this device and see what happens. So after 10 seconds, the LED should start blinking and the LED on this device should start blinking so fast that for us it will be continually on. So they are on now. So we see that the LED on the first device has started blinking and the LED on the second device is on constantly. So it means it is receiving data. Now this situation might be considered in such a way, let us suppose that the device which is sending data into the network is connected to the internet. So we can send the file to that device from the internet and it will program its adjacent devices according to that. Now once those devices have received data from this device, what they can do is they will start behaving according to the first device, like the first device which is receiving data from the internet. So they again will behave that way and they will start sending their data into the network, which will be received by the adjacent devices to them. So it will be kind of expanding ring mechanism in which our entire network can be programmed according to the functionality that we want to add. Now we see that the LED here has stopped. It's off now. It's actually completely off now. It will start blinking. Now this blinking LED indicates that the code which was on these devices, it has been forwarded to this device and after 10 seconds it has started sending the data into the network again, just like this device was doing. Now as already considered that after the file has been received by this device, it saves it in its own memory and after reprogramming it resets itself. Now it might not always be practical to reset the device as soon as the data is being received from the adjacent device or from the network. A user might be interested in resetting the device once all of the nodes in the network have been programmed according to the new algorithm, according to the new code. So it is in the hand of the user. He or she may reset the device according to the needs. It's not necessary that we have to reset the device as soon as the data is being received, the program has been received by the device. So that was one of the example of over-the-air programming using SENSEnuts devices. Thanks a lot for watching the video.